Well, my daughter started bringing me books to read. The first book she brought me to read was called A Child Called Noah. I'm still in my bed. I'm still crying, head under the pillow. And PJ was tearing up the house because he would try to climb the drapes and he was too heavy and they would fall on the floor. He cleared off all surfaces. I always had the yellow pages in the room because I was always looking for a place to put him. He'd tear the pages out of the yellow pages and put them on the floor. And Cindy would say, I brought you a book to read. And I'd say, okay, Cindy, put it there. I was always in bed. Okay, Cindy. And she'd come back, did you read that book? I'd say, no, Cindy, but I'm going to read it. Mama, I want you to read that book. And if I didn't start reading the book, Cindy would sit down beside the bed and start reading the book to me. Well, the book was about people that had a child that was like PJ. And I said, my goodness, somebody else is going through this? And I called it my required reading. She would go and get books and bring them for me to read. So other than them being my escape when I wanted to get away, they were there for PJ. She started bringing me these books. Then I started getting my own books. There was one called The Renewing Power of Your Mind. And there's a Bible verse that says, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And I looked at that book and I said, can you renew your mind? I got the book and I read it, and it talked about our minds have the power to renew, that they have the built-in capacity to renew themselves. And that whatever you're going through, if you change your perspective, Dr. Norman Vincent Peale in The Power of Positive Thinking says that the attitude is more important than the fact. That whatever the fact is, your attitude about it is more important. Okay, so now PJ still had autism, but I was trying to change my attitude about it. And it worked. He still had autism, but as I changed my attitude, our whole situation changed. And my children were always there and they still are. He is 33 now.
Question is, will I do his will? And the answer is, yeah. 1, 2, cha cha cha. 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 Step, step. Back, step, 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 step. Step, 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 step. Back, 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 step, 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 step. Step, step, back, step, 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 back, step, 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 back, step, step.
And I can still count on, between my 3 children, I can still count on somebody if I need to get away for a while. And parents of children with autism, I think respite is one of the most important things. I get respite 2 or 3 times a year where I go on a trip. PJ goes to camp, but when my husband was alive, he was always available. So it's just been like 5 months, and he mentored, he encouraged, he inspired me as I was writing this book. And I'd say, well, don't you want to read what I've written? He'd say, no, I trust you. So he was support network also. He was an amazing support network person. Plus, he accepted our son's disability before I did. he would take him wherever he went. And I would say, well, now you can't take BJ there. Well, that's my boy. He's going with me.
He's babysitting you. Tell us about Purvis here.
Pardon?
Tell us about Purvis Jr.
Well, Purvis Jr. is he's 14 years old, and he's a handicap, autistic. He's autistic, and which is why I'm a big supporter of MSAC, which is the Michigan Society for Autistic Citizens.
It's got to take a real special person to love and care for someone who's handicapped.
It's my son. You know, he can't help the way he is. There are worse cases, and thanks to his special educators and his teachers out at Berger School, where he attends, he's come a long ways, and he's getting better. I can recall the days that I wouldn't be brave enough to bring him out to do a TV show with me.
That's great.
But now we can go anywhere we want to go, do anything we want to do, and I'm very proud of him. I'm a father first, and this is my son. So.
Well, I commend you on that. That's beautiful.
I had always had support from him, always had support from my children. Now I have support from my parents. Any person is trying to raise an autistic child, they need help and support, which is another reason I wrote the book. I say that my story was a story that was begging to be told. When I sat down to write the book, it almost wrote itself because of my experiences. I was chronicling my experiences and things that I went through. And I hope the message that people get from my book is that if I became renewed, they can too.